let's go through LeetCode 3,531 count covered buildings. To give us an N, which means those kind of buildings, they are in square, which is a multiplied in city. So we can, and also two-dimensional array buildings. So it asks how many building covered. So what is covered? Covered is at least one building in four directions on its left, above, right, or below. So let's see, this is the green one, right? So let's see, it is for we'll see it has building on its left and also has building on the above and now building on the right, on the below, right? Second example, it is written 0, right? Because for every point, we cannot find in either post some of the direction, cannot find one which is smaller or greater. And the example 3, right? So let's see, this green one also have a building on its left and above and the right and below. So what does this mean? Means for if we have a building, it has coordinator, for example, X and Y, right? So that means for this X and Y, right, there must have a point with the same X, but Y, it is greater than this Y, right? And also have a point, have the same coordinate X, but Y is smaller than this Y, right? So on the same way on the horizontal direction is that they must have a y point with the same coordinate y, but x is greater, and have a one x is smaller than this x, but have same y, right? So what we're thinking about is that the things that if we every point we check other points, it will be O(n) time O(n) squared time complexity. So we can think about whether we can put just project those kind of points in x axis and the y axis, right? So why we do this is that for every x-axis, right, we can find all of these points if there is some kind of orders, right? And if we can put that into a list, and if we sort, right, that apparently if this is not the first one and last one, then we can add that. But the thing is that apparently, do we need to record all of the points in this x coordinate? Actually, we don't. We just need to record y min and y max, right? So for all of the x coordinator, we just have record those kind of two values, y min and y max. And then on the same for all of the y coordinator, we record the x min and the x max, right? So we have two options. One is using map, use 4 maps, right? And another is use 4 arrays. Let's look at which one will be better. Actually, we'll see for this n, it is 10 to the power 5, and also the building has 10 to the power 5, right? So that means averagely for each coordinator, they will have one value on x and y, right? So we can use array to do this question. Of course, we can also use map, but the map, the data structure is a bit slower. So let's use the array to do this. So we need 4 arrays. One is x min. That will be for every y coordinator, the mean x value. Let's set this as n plus 1, right? So because this is we are able to get an n, right? and x max equals new int n plus 1, and y min equals new int n plus 1, right? And y max equals new int n plus 1, right? But see, this kind of array coordinator, they are in the range from 1 to n, right? So we can set the mean to be n plus 1, right? Just initially fill x mean to be n plus 1. And also arrays fill x y mean equals n plus 1, right? And x max, let's set initial value to be 0, right? So then we do is that we iterate every city, right? Building, every building. So we'll say x mean b for uh x mean b1, right? X mean b1 equals mass dot mean b0, right? B0 is x coordinator and x mean b1, right? And also x max b1 equals max dot max b0 and x max b1, right? And y mean b0 for this x axis, right, which they have mass dot mean b1 and y mean b0, right? And we have y max b0 equals max dot max b1 y max b0, right? Then what we go through this points again, right? Trying to see if for every building, the coordinator, if there is uh, x min smaller than current one and x max greater than current one, and also for this y coordinator, we compare the x min x max. For the x coordinator, we also compare the y min and the y coordinator, right? So what we do is that for every building in buildings, so if x mean x mean b1 smaller than b0 and b0, this is the x coordinator smaller than x max b1, right? And all right, and y mean b0 is smaller than b1 and b1 smaller than y max b0, then our result will increase. In the end, just the return result. It will be O(n) time complexity with O(n) space complexity. And let's also write a Python code for this. Should be x min, x max, y min, y max equals n plus 1 multiply n plus 1. And this will be 0 multiply n plus 1. And this will be n plus 1 multiplied by n plus 1. This will be 0 by n plus 1, right? So for x, y in buildings, so what we do is x mean y should be min dot x min y and x right, and x max y equals max dot x max y and x right. Y min x equals min dot y min x and y right, and y max x equals max dot y max uh y max x and y right. So in the end, what we do is that we just let our result equals 0 for x, y in buildings. If x mean y smaller than x max y, and y mean x smaller than y and smaller than y max extra, then we're going to have a result should increase by 1. Then just return result.